Ho, 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 and Merry Christmas. Let's look at how you can group your tabs together, which is something that's really handy to do if you are like most teachers. By the end of the day, you have like way too many tabs open. It's the nature of our occupation. We get distracted and busy and things just happen. But if you look at the neat feel of all of this, it really organizes everything quite nicely. It doesn't appear to be cluttered and busy. However, if I open these up, I have a slew of tabs open right here, and they're very easy to hide again. So this would be very handy to use when you're presenting your screen and sharing things with students, and you don't necessarily need them to know all the things you're working on, right, in the background. Or if you're like me and just a quiet, calm workspace needs a quiet, clean, easy to use mind. My brain can't handle the overload. So here's how you do it. Let me close this down and show you. This is a window I opened up just for this, so I'm going to show you how to do it. You just select any tab. I'm going to use one finger and hold down the shift key, and any tabs that I want grouped together, if they're all in a row, I can hold shift and select them that way. If I want to select like an every other, I'm going to use one finger to hold the control button down. So if I want this one and that one, every other one, let's say, I can easily now group them. You see how every other one is selected, but I can also grab the ones in between. So if I decide that's what I would like to do, when I have all of the ones I would like in a group selected, I'm going to two-finger click my trackpad, or on a mouse, right-click the mouse. So right-clicking, I get this little menu, add tabs to group. And right there, I can create another group. But if I have other tabs open that I want them to add this group to, I can just pop them in. Let me make a new group. If I just pick the color and don't put a name in, it'll just put a colored square as that. That's what I have kind of going right now. It'll just make that whole group one color. And that's great. Maybe you have a whole bunch of them open for math and red is your math color. You can just group them all together and not need to put a name in. But if I put a name in here, let me call this class link, it will put the entire word in there, which means your toolbar will be a little bit more cluttered, but now I can make them go away by clicking that word class link, and it hides them. So let's do it one more time. I'm going to use the shift button to grab every single one, or control if I want to grab every other. I'm going to call this one right click. We're going to two-finger click. We're going to call this one our Google Apps. Add tabs to group, new group. We're going to call this Google Apps, and I'm going to give it a googly color. Let's make it red, just like that. Hit enter, it should save. It's all set. When I click it again, they all disappear. When I touch it one more time, it opens them up. If I forget one that I want to pop in here, my Gmail didn't make it, I can just grab that window and slide it in or slide it out at any time. Really easy to use. And if I close this window, it goes away from my tab. It doesn't live there forever. These are just things that I'm using to organize myself for the day. When I'm done at the end of the day, I close my laptop, put it away. When I open it back up, these tabs are still there and functioning and open in an organized way for me. Something like my Gmail, I may want to have this in a different way, because it would be something that I would visit on a regular basis, right? If I right click that, I can pin it. And what that does is it puts it outside of a group as the very first thing, and it lives there. It doesn't move, it doesn't go away. It wants to live right there in the front. And I can pin more than one thing, but it's going to make them consecutive. So if there are things that you are into all the time and you want them pinned at the top, that's how you do it. If I no longer want this here, I can unpin it just the same. I can reorder these too, so I can grab these, drag these, move them in different orders. Very handy to do. This link will be on the tip for you to use, and you can find more information about how to do this. There are lots of little tricks and tips like this out there. So keep learning, keep growing, and we'll be on to the next thing soon.